This amendment clarifies what is surely confusing material in the underlying proposal. And this has to do with questionnaires and surveys that some teachers, some administrators, some school districts, some bureaucrats at education service districts, and some superintendents of public instruction in our state put forward. These questionnaires, these surveys, are nominally teaching tools, but really there's a great deal of uncertainty, even among credentialed experts, about how effective they are as tools in that capacity. But they tend to focus on issues that are outside of what some of us consider basic education: reading, writing, math, and the hard sciences. These surveys and questionnaires sometimes have to do with personal matters: one's own sexuality, one's own sexual thoughts, one's own notion of sexual identity. Some of these questionnaires have to do with other material, one's family. What do you do at home? What are your common practices at home? What are your religious practices at home? What are your tensions at home? Now, Mr. Speaker, in some cases, these questionnaires, these surveys, may be intended to help a student, to help people with their development. But, Mr. Speaker, they are an inappropriate tool in most cases, in many cases anyway.
What the good gentleman is referencing in this amendment is protections in federal law for me as a parent to provide consent for said surveys to even be administered to my child. Mr. Speaker, the purpose of this underlying policy is to ensure that we are amending the Parents' Rights Initiative to bring it into alignment with existing law. Well, Mr. Speaker, the Pupils' Bill of Rights at the federal level is U.S. law. It's gone through Congress, it's been signed by a president, and it's enacted by the U.S. Department of Education. The Pupils' Bill of Rights, Mr. Speaker, outlines 8 very important areas of protection. Things like, you shouldn't be asking my kid about their political affiliation without my consent. Mr. Speaker, you shouldn't be asking my child about their home life or their taxes, my taxes, without my consent. What I love about the Pupils' Bill of Rights, Mr. Speaker, is that embedded in it are my rights as a parent to know what those surveys' contents are and actually have proactive rights to provide permission on whether or not my children should be allowed to take those surveys, Mr. Speaker. So I'm asking you to join me in voting no on this amendment, because why, Mr. Speaker, would we remove limitations that constrict this alignment to federal law? If the purpose of the underlying bill, Mr. Speaker, is to ensure that we're aligning with federal law, what better way to do that than to limit it to those 8 core rights in the PPRA